And let's go, guys. Another Rumble here with you guys Sunday afternoon, evening. Well, it's always a pleasure to record this video. I know that for you guys it will be, let's say, on YouTube on Saturday. Well, it's gonna be Saturday, June, July, kind of that one. Well, the most important is that we're going to have some time, to ramble and to discuss about a really interesting topic, which is deserving in general, and I would like to tell you guys that the preparation of this video started with my regular Sunday walk. I have a tradition that even my sister mocks a little bit, which is on Saturday, guys. I don't know if it's a preparation, like a mental preparation for Monday or something of the kind, but I really like to be by myself. Walking, listening to a podcast, listening to music, and let any kind of thought come to my mind. Like, okay, I'm feeling a little bit sad, a little bit anxious, and whatever. And, well, I just embrace it, And I was feeling like, I think I'm not deserving, like, the beautiful things that life is giving me. For example, even like that's why, guys, I'm wearing this jersey because I thought, well, I know that the World Cup, by the time that you're watching this video, or you will be watching this video much better, the World Cup won't have started, So I bought it, and as well, so I'm going to keep it there until the World Cup starts. But I mean, it's something silly. Maybe you may be thinking like, Eric, but we're talking about deserving. But I thought that you were going to be more philosophical and etc. But even like these small things, guys, can change your mind about. I'm talking about like wearing a jersey, but this thing can take different levels, And I was reflecting me while I was listening to two or three podcasts on the matter, and guys, it was amazing because I watched a podcast. Well, I listened. It was a video, but I listened while I was working. A podcast in Spanish, one in English, and one in Portuguese. There was only missing one in French, and it was amazing, guys, because the three podcasts came to the same conclusion. So if you are not grateful and if you are not allowing yourself to enjoy the things you have, it is very problematic for you to have like this sense of gratitude, but real gratitude, like, okay, thank you God, thank you universe, because just because, no. But sometimes we tend to we tend not to enjoy the things we are able to use, or enjoying relationships with people, or enjoying our free time or whatever, because we are afraid of, let's say, either damage it. For example, I was thinking, well, I don't want to wear the jersey because maybe it's gonna be smelly, or maybe accidentally I could spill some Coca-Cola because I was drinking Coca-Cola a couple of, let's say, minutes ago, or maybe, I don't know. Yeah, things could happen, But I say, well, no, of course, I'm not a kid, so I'm gonna be careful, of course. So wear it, and if it's okay, so well, you can buy it again. Maybe you need to save more money, but wear it, because it makes you feel happy. You love football jerseys, and they're, whether you like it or not, they're part of your personality. You know how much you had to work, to buy them and so on, and this one and other football jerseys and so on. Also, guys, I gotta tell you something very funny. I don't know if you can see what's behind me. It is plenty of new shoes. I had the chance in 2024 to go to Spain, and I could buy like different pair of shoes because they are quite cheap there. I went to some outlets and so on, and the prices were very affordable. But I don't know, guys, if you have like the same. I don't know. It's a sensation that I'm really struggling with, which is like, oh, I'm not going to wear like the, let's say, the cool sneakers only on special occasions. But let's talk about the special occasions. Being honest, I don't have like too many friends to go to birthdays, or I mean, I don't have like, I don't know. It's been ages since the last time I was invited to a very formal party. I regularly am the one who goes to a party, or if a friend of mine wants to celebrate his or her birthday, nobody's like, okay, let's go to this bar, and you know. And I mean, I have like six pair of sneakers, and I always wear two of them. You know. And my sister and my niece are all the time telling me, Eric, why don't you wear the other ones? And I'm like, no, 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 because I want to keep them perfectly. And maybe guys, you're thinking, Eric, but you're talking about shoes, you're talking about football jerseys. This is not impacting me in a way. But think about, for example, jackets that you have bought, or maybe a cell phone that you're not using, or maybe, I mean, of course, even talking about people, like maybe sometimes we say like, well, I don't want to talk to this person because I don't want to bother that person. Maybe that person is doing something, and maybe the person is waiting for your call. So it happens a lot with my mom, because sometimes like I'm like, oh, I don't want to call her because maybe she's studying, because my mom loves studying, or my dad maybe is having fun with some friends, or is, let's say, having a walk or whatever. But when you call them, it's like, hello, I was missing you so much. Or when I call my friends, I'm like, no, I don't want to. I mean, the same situation with my shoes, or with my football jerseys. Like, I don't want to wear them, or I don't want to talk to them because I don't want to bother them. And when they talk to me, it's like, bro, I was missing you so much. I mean, you're so cool. I mean, it's so nice to talk to you. So it has been a really interesting reflection, guys. But it didn't end there, The thing is that meanwhile I was walking and listening to the three podcasts. Guys, I'm gonna open up my heart. You know that I work with languages and so on, and I'm a person that is all the time studying. So I study, let's say, French grammar. I study Portuguese. I study Spanish, English, and I'm all the time, well. So in this conditional, and the adverbs, and the prefixes, suffixes, blah 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 blah. Read, listening, and so on. Reading, listening, doing exercises, writing compositions. By the way, guys, one day I need to show you, let's say, my study materials. I think that would be an excellent way to say thanks to God, because I believe in God and the universe, for giving me that talent of speaking different languages. But in practical terms, guys, when I speak English, or when I speak Spanish, French, or Portuguese, like this imposter syndrome comes to my mind, like, oh, you're not like a very good speaker, so people won't enjoy your videos. Or why do you talk about that? I mean, nobody's watching anything, let's say, anything of what you're saying, so people are getting bored. But I would say, guys, that it is important to change that mentality, because, for example, guys, I was listening to the three hosts, who curiously were women. What a coincidence. They were talking about their process on YouTube, and when they started on YouTube, they had like 2 views, 3 views, 4 views, but they kept on going, and they were thinking like, well, thank you God, thank you universe, because I know that I'm planting a seed. And nowadays, guys, I mean, listening to them is like so comforting, so nice. And of course, I would like to achieve the same with my audience. Like, oh, Eric has uploaded a video. Ah, it's so cool. Let's watch. Because I feel the same with my favorite YouTubers. Like, oh, this girl is gonna post, or sorry, this girl has posted a video, so let's watch it. You even feel like it is like a movie. Like a Netflix series. Like, oh, okay, so I'm gonna sit down. By the way, guys, I have this really cool chair, and I had an anecdote about that. Let's sit down. Let's prepare some mate, because I drink mate. Well, it's over there, but it's quite old. It's so lavado. Actually, I was drinking. Here's the thermo. And yeah, I mean, like, that's why, guys, I really need to share with you that I'm feeling thankful that let's say my numbers are growing like little by little, but I know that this is part of the process, and I'm really happy because, I mean, it's growing stably, and it's amazing. But coming back to the languages, guys, people say like, "Wow, Eric, so it's so cool that you speak four languages and etc." But whenever I'm about to speak, I'm like, "No, no, no. So you are not very competent and so on." So uh, I was listening, guys, in this podcast that I was listening to, and I really like one recommendation from there, which was show your brain or show your, let's say, your critical mind what you're doing for you to feel like, like you deserve it. So I was talking to myself like, bro, you always wake up like 5 a.m., 5:30, you study and so on. So you are being responsible with money. You have overcome some addictions, guys. I need to tell you about that one, but I need to build the courage. I mean, to do it. And you're feeling. I mean, like your mind. I mean, you have dedicated more time to reading. Let's say insightful books. You are establishing limits when people disrespect you. You are sleeping more. So I needed to have this conversation, and guys, it's amazing. By the way, guys, I told you that I wanted to share with you an anecdote of my chair, guys. And I remember in 2019, guys, I was spending a lot of time in front of my computer because of my CPE certification. And let's say I was studying a lot of French. I was studying with these Coursera courses. And one day I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and she said, like, Eric, since you are spending a lot of time in front of your computer, why don't you buy like these ergonomic chairs, like gamer chairs that are so trendy? Because, well, you have the means. I said, well, sure. So I bought it, guys. The first sensation was, it's so comfortable and so on. But guys, the pandemic arrived, and I thought that I was living where I live. And then I talked to a friend like, bro, maybe the chair is not gonna be, let's say, very comfortable to live and so on. Can you let me use it like for a couple of weeks more, because I need to double check whether or not I'm staying here. And if so if I realize that there's no possibility for me to, I mean, to keep it with me, so I will give you a chair as a present. And guys, I promise you, the next day, my friends will send me a truck, picking up the chair. And I say, like, bro, but I told you, I mean, for me to use it, and I was supposed to tell you afterwards. And my friend said, sorry, I understood something different. And I was like, whatever. So take it. But it was an excellent, I mean, of course, he's a person that I really appreciate and so on. And I didn't want to create any, how can I say it, like, any conflict and so on, because he has been a person who has helped me a lot. So I said, well, whatever. So, God, you gave me that chair. Okay. So I better share with calm. But guys, I spent like 6 months without the economic means, I mean, for me to buy a chair. And when I passed in front of different stores and so on, I was like, oh, bro, I didn't enjoy my chair, because every time I had the chair, I was like, oh no, so maybe, and I was having these negative thoughts like, oh, this chair is not for me. Oh no, this is too much. I paid too much. But once I bought this one, guys, I said like, no, this is my chair, and this is my chair, of course. And of course, if God has something better for me, so well, I will say, God, so take it. Thank you so much, and I mean, I have enjoyed it a lot, because thanks to this chair, I've been able to work. I mean, to sit down, even to recline a little bit. Sorry, guys, about the mess. So to recline and etc. So yeah. Um, but most importantly, guys, yeah, I mean, like, also with my body, because I think I told you about that some couple, or let's say a couple of videos ago, which is, I go to the gym, like, see these biceps and so, or biceps, sorry, see these biceps and etc. But sometimes I'm like, no, 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 maybe I'm so chubby or I'm so skinny and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, 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 Eric. So be thankful because, I mean, guys, something stupid, guys. I live in Latin America, of course. So, but walking down the street and people seeing you, let's say, quite sturdy, is nice because people think like, well, I don't want to mess with this guy. But my programming, because in the past, guys, when I was skinny, like lots of MF stopped me and say, well, give me your cell phone or money or whatever. So I always thank God because I'm like, God, thank you so much because I can go, let's say I can walk the streets and there's no problem. Most of the times, of course, you need to pay attention. And there's this like conflict, you know. So this is something very important, guys. I mean, that I recognize. Also, guys, I have my certificate. I'm gonna record a video about that, so that's why I'm not bringing that to the table, or let's say to the video today. I have my C2 certificate, and I keep it like very pristine, very, let's say, inside a folder because I don't want to ruin it, you know. And a couple of weeks ago, I was with my self-esteem like super low in professional terms, just because. I mean, it's just because I woke up and I felt like, wow, so I don't speak English properly. Oh my gosh, and so on. You know, we tend to have these kind of drama days, and I said like, well, so I just need to take a look at that. I need to remember what I've experienced for me to be here. That it was not easy, of course. I mean, at the beginning, let's say trying to speak a different language and so on, but the more I practice, the better. And well, thanks to these efforts I made in the past, and well, I'm still making. Well, I can hold these, let's say, this certificate and say, well, I'm at least like one of the 2 or 3% or 5%. I don't know exactly, guys, these statistics, but it's like a very reduced group of people who are C2 in a language which is not their native language. You know. So I was like, okay, Eric, so keep that in mind and so on. Well, of course, guys, what I'm saying, maybe most of the things wouldn't make uh, um, wouldn't make sense because you say, Eric, I don't collect football jerseys, I don't care about languages, I don't care, let's say, about shoes, but I care about other things, you know, people, my cell phone, whatever. I mean, think about maybe, guys. I mean, for you to follow me, try to think about these things that you have at home, or these people that you have at home, or let's say your relatives, family members, that you always try not to bother or not to wear. Let's say in the case of objects or well, pieces of clothing or things of the kind. Wouldn't be our lives more interesting if we were to really enjoy them? That's why, guys, I said like, yeah, I want to wear my jersey today because it's Sunday. I'm recording a really good video, and I would like, guys, I mean, for you to connect to the video. I mean, I really want to share these anecdotes, these thoughts that I've let's say that I've had access to, and where I for only speak let's say one language, I wouldn't have had access to these beautiful let's say ideas. Anyway, guys, the day ended with a really brilliant situation. Here in the country I live, we have two apps. One is Uber, and the other one is, well, let's call it ABC. You know, Uber and ABC. ABC tends to have like more popular prices. Like cheaper prices, but the quality of the cars is not like the best one. But well, I mean, like you can. I mean, there's no problem. Anyway, guys, I say, well, so I don't want to spend a lot of money. After listening to this podcast, I was like, well, I'm gonna try to be conservative and etc. And I asked for the drive, or for the ride, excuse me. And I noticed that the waiting time was like 10 minutes. I said, well, so I could wait and so on. But then I checked the Uber app, and I have the Uber membership. Do you call it like that in the United States or Australia, or whatever? I got like the Uber, whatever, like the premium thing, and I pay for that, guys. And sometimes I need to tell myself, Eric, use the thing that you're paying for. Don't be miserable. Um, And well, I checked the price. The price was cheaper. And when I arrived, I mean, to the car, it was a beautiful Nissan, comfortable seats. The car was smelling so great, and the driver, he said like, "Oh, Mr. Malo," because my last name is Malo. Mr. Malo, please welcome. Do you consider that the but guy is extremely polite? I mean, like extremely polite. Is the temperature the one that you're expecting? Is the radio, let's say, okay for you? Are you having a good day? And it was like, bro. But guys, sometimes I even deal with these respectful drivers just because I think, well, whatever. So I'm a very adaptive person, you know. But guys, when I'm with my clients, I try to offer the best of me, you know, like I'm very engaged and so on. But when people are very engaged in offering me a really good service, I'm like, sorry, I'm like, no, thank you so much. Like that's too much. But I think like life wants to give you some blessings from time to time. Like Eric, you're a very competent professional, so yeah, I would like you to experience the other side of the conversation. You know. So, in guys, I mean, this has been an excellent reflection because tomorrow is Monday. So, you know that Mondays tend to be like very, let's say, like very demanding and so on. But I would like to keep that in mind. I mean, like that service that that driver gave me. You know, like, Eric, I will wait for you until you leave the car. Don't worry, take your time. And I was like, bro, I mean, like, that was premium quality. You know, and sometimes I don't know, guys, and I would like to record another video about that, but I don't know if it was because of our childhood or maybe because we come from families that they had things in a very difficult way, and now when we're having like a stable life and well, things are flowing in a way, we tend to, let's say, we tend to sabotage ourselves, like, no, this is not for me, this is too much, you're risking too much. But no, come on. I mean, like we're doing things in a good way. I mean, of course, I'm talking about if you guys are dedicating your time. I mean, to let's say to have your finances in a good way. If you're studying a lot, I mean, we're doing things. I mean, to change, let's say, the programming of our families. You know, but sometimes dealing with the past and let's say that fear of losing things, you know, losing in the sense of like, oh, I don't want to lose my investments, I don't want to lose this job, I don't want to lose that relationship. But no, I mean, or I don't want to stain my jersey. No, come on, I mean, like you need to live your life, you know. Or this is my main conclusion. And well, that's it. I mean, like things come and go, and I'm really thankful because guys, I mean, I really wanted that this jersey, you know, I really wanted the chair, I really wanted to speak four languages. And well, just just translate whatever I'm saying into the thing you really wanted to have in the past. And nowadays you're feeling like, well, but I don't know if I should have it and so on, because that could impede us, guys, I mean, from enjoying a really cool life. Well, wow, what a rumble, guys. I was like, my mind was on fire. But I hope you like it, guys. Thank you so much. And well, happy Saturday, even though today is a Sunday. Thank you, guys. Love you.